Hey, welcome to the video! We're gonna have some fun today. So all of us have traditions in our lives in one form or another. And that's pretty universal. Every country and culture practices some sort of tradition. For example, here in North America, Christmas is a very popular tradition where we exchange gifts and then fight over who gets the last of the rum and eggnog. But not all traditions are that simple. In fact, some are quite intense or even downright strange. So this week, to give you a better understanding of the world that we live in, I gathered some of the oddest traditions to share with you all. So here they are, the 10 strangest traditions from around the world. Number 1 is baby tossing. In the western state of Maharashtra in India, there is a near 700-year-old tradition of parents dropping their newborn babies off of the roofs of temples. The newborns are dropped from a height of 15 meters, who are then caught in a sheet being held by men below. Although not widely practiced, there are many villages who still partake in this yearly tradition, which is said to bring health and prosperity to one's family. Surprisingly, despite how dangerous this tradition is, there has never been an injury reported. You know, just coming from a practical point of view, I feel like if you want your baby to be healthy, just get them an immunization shot. You get all the health benefits you're looking for without the pesky risk of, you know, death. 3 is the funeral rituals of Toraja. The people of the Tanah Toraja Regency in Indonesia have a very unique tradition when it comes to their dead. Their funerals are very elaborate and expensive, so dead relatives are often kept in temporary coffins until the families can pay for the funeral, which can often take years. The Toraja have a great respect for their dead, so during this waiting period, the bodies of loved ones are often exhumed so that they can be cared for. They will actually groom and redress the body if necessary. Basically, whatever it takes to make Granny's corpse look her best. Once the family finally has the funds necessary, it's reported that they will actually walk the corpse to its final resting place. See that, kids? Don't complain when your mom and dad make you visit your grandparents, because it could be a lot worse. Number 4 is bride kidnapping. Bride kidnapping, also known as marriage by abduction or marriage by capture, is a tradition that's been practiced for centuries. Believe it or not, it's still practiced in some places like Central and Southeast Asia, parts of Africa, and amongst certain ethnic groups like the Celtal in Mexico and the Romani in Europe. Unlike in most countries where bride kidnapping is a crime, and rightfully so, among these groups it's a common tradition. Basically, the way it works is if a man can successfully kidnap and hold a woman hostage for a certain period of time, say for example a week, then he can claim her as his wife. This tradition is insanely barbaric. It's basically on par with a caveman who clubs a woman over the head and drags her back to his cave. Even Fred Flintstone wined and dined Wilma before making that bedrock, you know what I'm saying? Number 5 is the bullet ant ritual. Several times a year, the Amazonian Sadaremawe tribe of Brazil observes a special tradition that every young man must go through in order to become a true Indian warrior. The tradition requires that every young man must put his hands in gloves filled with giant tropical bullet ants. If you don't know what bullet ants are, they have a sting 30 times worse than that of a bee. Initiates are required to wear the gloves for more than 10 minutes at a time while the ants inject them with a neurotoxic venom. Oh, and they're required to do it 20 times. Last time I got stung by a bee, I cried like a little girl, so excuse me while I do not go to the Amazon. Number 6 is Yanomami ash eating. The Yanomami tribe of Venezuela and Brazil has a tradition that leaves a bad taste in the mouth, pun intended. The tribe forbids the preservation or burial of their dead, so those who die are cremated. The odd part is the ashes, which often include crushed bones, are distributed to the family and eaten by all. Serious question, how exactly does one eat ashes? I mean, is there a liquid involved? Do you turn grandpa into a tea? Or do you just do your best not to choke? We're all wondering it. Number 7 is carrying the bride over coals. China has one of the oldest cultures in the world with countless traditions that have been passed down through the generations. An odd tradition that some still observe to this day is that after a wedding, a groom must carry his new bride over burning hot coals when entering their home for the first time. Those who practice this believe it will ensure an easy and successful labor when she becomes pregnant. This seems like a very nice gesture and one that I'm sure that brides really appreciate. But if you're looking for luck, why not just give her one of the many other things that they consider lucky, like a lucky cat or a money tree? It seems kind of unnecessary to southern fry your feet for the same effect. Number 8 is blackening the bride and groom. In Scotland, they have a tradition for weddings that's pretty crazy. Unlike here in North America, where we have the popular tradition of throwing rice at the bride and groom after the wedding, the Scottish douse the bride and groom the day before the wedding with soot, flour, and feathers in a tradition that they call blackening. It's supposed to prepare the couple couple for any future troubles or humiliations, with the theory being that nothing could be worse than this. I see, so tar and feathering someone is a sign of love, but even hinting that kilts are girly will get you knocked out. Yeah, I think the sensitivity level is a bit off there, friends. Number 9 are Tibetan sky burials. In Tibet, they have a very different approach to dealing with dead bodies than the rest of the world. The majority of Tibetan people are Buddhist, and part of their belief system is that the body is simply a vessel, so when someone dies, there's no need to preserve the body because their spirit has moved on. So, instead of burying their dead, they cut the body in various places and leave it on a mountaintop where it's exposed to the natural elements as well as various animals who will, well, you know, take care of it. For people that are known for being peaceful, it seems pretty violent to let dead bodies bake in the sun while vultures eat their innards. Remind me to never die in Tibet. And number 10, cheese rolling. Oh good, one that doesn't involve death. The Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake is an annual event held in England. Traditionally, it's for the people who live in the local village of Brockworth, but now people from all over the world take part in this event. It involves a 9-pound cheese wheel that gets thrown down a steep hill while competitors rush after it, and whoever crosses the finish line first gets to keep it. No one is exactly sure how this strange tradition started, but at least it doesn't involve death, hot coals, or stinging insects, so I say let the cheese roll on. And that's it for this video, guys. The world is a strange place. If you enjoyed this video, please give that like button a click and share this on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you all back here next Saturday with a brand new video. Peace.
Ooh, the outro screen, dig it!
Thanks for watching my new video. If you'd like to see future videos from me, remember to click the big red subscribe button below to subscribe to my channel. I release a new video every Saturday. And if you'd like to add me to Facebook and Twitter or check out my second channel, the links to those will be in the description along with links to some of the things that I talked about in this video, and I will see you back here next week. Bye!